Next, here on the internet, The Caelius Lake Show.
They say he came into this world from someplace off the clock. That his mother was an ice cold wind, his paw a fiery rock. Now you hear a lot of legends told when you ride the long, hard slab. Of some who say the man is good and some who say he's bad. But all agree whoever tried to play a cheating hand, you only get one chance to draw against the highway. Caelius Lake.
The Caelius Lake Show. It's like the radio, but on the internet and made by one bloke.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the Caelius Lake Show with me, your host, Caelius Lake. Oh, hang on a minute, I forgot to put my shoes on and I can't record a podcast without my shoes on. Put that one on and then that one on. That's better. Just to be safe, you know, last two episodes I went on those big adventures and it could happen again any minute. Now. Any minute now. Obviously not yet. Stay tuned, we've got loads of really awesome music coming up this week, and in between those tracks I'll be chatting to you and being silly and going on an adventure like this. Adventure. The last two episodes have been adventures. Well, in the meantime, since there's no adventure yet, I guess I'll show you guys a preview of the upcoming Caelius Lake Show cartoon. Check this out. Caelius Lake is the savior of music! I am Damien, Prince of Music and Defender of Unsigned Musicians. This is Catface, my faithful friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magical microphone and sang, "By the power of music, I am singing!" My cat became annoyed and I became Caelius Lake, the savior of music. Only 3 others shared this secret, and they are the audience to my podcast. Together, we fight the evil forces of the music industry. Any minute now. Any minute.
You are listening to
The Caelius Lake Show.
Finite Night Loop from Caelius Lake is available to stream on all music platforms now.
It's lovely, it's got lovely taste.
Featuring all of the hit Finite Night Loop. Check it out now. Yeah, I reckon I've got an encyclopedic knowledge of music, you know, and I like to describe myself as a music encyclopedia. No, I don't like to describe myself like that. What I mean is I can remember lyrics really good. Kind of a lyricologist, oral expert. No, that doesn't sound right either. What was I talking about? Oh, it don't matter. Oh, I think my memory's going in my old age, but, you know, isn't it funny when a song comes on and you just know all the lyrics straight away? Oh, I know this one. Yeah, I'll sing this one for you. I'll just do a quick sing for you. Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? What's that? No, this is right. You said that you'd never been, but all the things that you'd seen slowly fade away. No, I'm sure this is right. This is definitely right. So I start a revolution from my bed. Yeah, that's right, yeah. 'Cause you said the brains I had went to my head. No, you're right. I've got it wrong. I've got it wrong. Forget this. Forget it. Easy mistake to make, though, isn't it? Pamplemousse. Pamplemousse. Also known as grapefruit.
A person can make you throw up, but some people still go back for more.
The Caelius Lake Show.
If you get into it, your looks will start to go.
All my heroes turned out to be dickheads. All my heroes turned out to be dickheads. Dickheads. Do you remember the Wurzels, my lovely? What about Coldplay? Remember them? Oh, imagine if they got together and wrote a song together. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Now forget about that blackbird. Move the combined harvester. Grab a pint of cider and get ready. This song is all about my tractor. So here you go. This is for my tractor. Haha, down on my farm, I have got a barn. Look proper good. And my tractor is yellow. Haha, I hate Coldplay. One of the biggest mysteries in life, ladies and gentlemen, is who actually does like Coldplay. It's a mystery. I've never met anybody that will admit to being a fan. Have you?
They tell me looks deceive. You looked like a girl with good taste, but I see the Coldplay CD.
Yeah, so I was just thinking, I've got some really good advice on how to cope with feeling angry and hateful. I think the best thing you can do is focus all that anger and hate on one person. And my advice is to make that person Chris Martin. Nah, only joking. I don't really hate anybody, apart from Chris Martin. I mean, I actually do really hate him, but that's all really. Oh, and James Corden, I hate him too. He's horrible. But I don't really just don't hate anybody really apart from those two. Oh, and Bono, I hate him. I hate Bono. But apart from Bono, James Corden and Chris Martin, I don't really hate anybody. I don't really see the point in hating people. Oh, I just thought Gary Barlow as well. So apart from Gary Barlow, Bono, James Corden and Chris Martin, I don't really hate anybody really. Oh, I've just thought of another one. Ed Sheeran. And now Machine Gun Kelly. I don't think I'm really a hateful person. I just think there's lots of people that are really easy to hate.
The Caelius Lake Show.
Oh, I was just Just writing some ideas down for the show here. And sometimes it's like the jokes write themselves. And oh no, this one's not writing itself. Anyway, apparently gaming is really popular on the internet, so I'm now going to do a playthrough of Sonic the Hedgehog for you with my commentary here on this podcast. Welcome to my gaming section. I'm just going to play level 1 of Sonic the Hedgehog, Green Hill Zone, and give you a commentary. Here I go. Let's start. Okay, I'm starting to run. I'm jumping. I've got some rings. And now I'm jumping up and I've hit a screen. Yeah, now I'm jumping and I've hit like some spring in the end. I've hit some more rings. Now I'm jumping and getting some rings again. Now I'm getting some more rings and I'm going to the right. Now I'm jumping and I've hit a crab. I've hit a second crab. I've got 2 more rings. I've just jumped over some fish and getting some more rings. Now I'm jumping and I'm running and now I'm bouncing on a spring and going up, getting some rings. The floor's giving away and now I'm running to the right. The floor's giving away and I'm jumping. I've hit a thing that spins around so I can start there if I lose. And I'm going around the circle. Got some rings as I go around the circle and I'm spinning down a tunnel. Now I'm spinning down the second tunnel there and I'm bouncing out the second tunnel, getting loads of rings. I hit some kind of robot fly thing, jumped over some fish, got some more rings. And now I'm going down a hill and get some more rings. Now I'm stopping to turn back and get a little screen that's got some more rings. Now I've jumped over a fly. Now I've got another hidden screen. And now there's a little alarm to say they've got over 100 rings. I'm getting some more rings now. And I'm running to the right. And there you go. Across the line, I have completed the first section of Green Hill Zone on Sonic the Hedgehog on the Mega Drive. That works in audio, don't it? Yeah.
Now that's what I call cramp.
Ooh, wow.
Featuring sudden, involuntary, painful muscle contractions.
Ooh.
Also featuring temporary, non-damaging pain.
Ooh.
Now that's what I call cramp.
Ow.
Available now.
Ow. I've got cramp.
The Caelius Lake Show.
I was watching YouTube videos the other day about conspiracies and stuff, right? And I found one about the Beatles, yeah? You know the Beatles, that band, right? And apparently, according to this conspiracy video, John Lennon is dead. Unbelievable, isn't it? How'd he write all that music if he was dead? Hang on a minute, I'll just go and get that.
7.
No, it's definitely pronounced 007. I sometimes think they'll never get it. It's a bit like those people that say Legos.
The sheeps are doing well. I've got all the equipment I need. And when I get home, I'm gonna clean all the dirt off the furnitures. And then play with my kids and their Legos.
I hate people that say Legos, you know, and I'm not really a hateful person, as I mentioned earlier. But, yeah, for your information, it's Lego. Look, there's a piece of Lego. Look, there's lots of pieces of Lego.
Bean. Jar. Bean. Jar. Bean. Jar.
Bean jar. And what does it mean again?
3. 4.
So bean jar means 3-4.
The new number is
Why
3.
doesn't it just mean
6.
bean jar?
6. 10.
Neuf.
9. Deja.
Oh, I'm having a nightmare that I'm back in maths class.
Please note, the new number is
I'm not going to remember that.
Sorry, I think I just dozed off there for a minute. Wow, I've really got some sleeping issues. And I don't mean a magazine about narcolepsy. Wow, that was good, wasn't it? Do you ever get fed up with hearing about celebrities being bad people behind the scenes? No, me neither. Check this out. Over the last few years, it has become apparent that there is a darker side to our entertainment industry. People we looked up to as youths turned out to be bad people. Coming up now on this week's podcast, I have someone who worked in the entertainment industry in the 80s who's decided to speak up about the abuse he suffered. During the interview, his voice will be changed to preserve his anonymity, to keep you from knowing who it really is. Thank you so much for speaking to me. You worked on television in the 80s, isn't that right? And you say you suffered abuse at the hands of someone who's still very famous today. I'm not sure we can say his name, so I will beep that. What kind of abuse did he subject you to? He put his hand where? So you're telling me that to get on television, you had to let Philip Schofield put his hand up your hole? Shocking revelations. It's a good job we disguised your voice. About them all the time. You talk about them that much that I'm pretty convinced you actually like them rather than hate them. And I said, that's not how it works. Have you heard the things I'm actually saying when I talk about them? I'm saying how much I want to... Oh, sorry about that. Didn't realise you'd be back from that bit so soon. I haven't really got anything to say, so I'm just going to let this peter out.
Hi there, I'm Peter Out, and I'm here to fill this moment here by
Out
just
you go,
talking
Peter.
to you and
Out
generally
you go.
petering out as I do so. So please don't worry if you can't hear me. It's meant to be a gag where I peter out, and I am called Peter Out.
That's definitely someone I would fight. I absolutely hate him as well. Hate him. Hi.
The Caelius Lake Show.
I think I'm having a bit of an asthma attack. Let's get my inhaler. That's not it. This always happens, especially after I've seen Mrs. Kathleen Conlon of Sunderland.
Mrs. Kathleen Conlon of Sunderland.
As soon as he sees me, he does a little dance.
Check this out.
And I feel close to him. He enjoys it so much.
Look at me go, oh, look at me go, Kath.
He'll sit back and he'll look up at you and what you say and thank you.
Thank you.
What you drinking?
What?
I said, what you drinking?
Oh, I'm just drinking this vinegar with the mother in it, because apparently it's good for your stomach and that.
That's not mother, that's father.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Sounds gross though, doesn't it?
That boy who sings in his car, you bloody idiot. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you were there. I think I need to relax. It's time for the Caelius Lake Relax Zone. Welcome once again, dear listener, to the Relax Zone. I'm very sorry, I've just got back from the dentist and I've got a tooth removed, but I've got to get this done. So let's start with our breathing in through the nose, down through the mouth. Take a few minutes to think about our mental health and not our toothache. In through the nose, down through the mouth. In through the nose, down through the mouth. And is that my tongue? Is my tongue fell out? I can't feel my mouth. In through the tongue, up it relaxing. In through the mouth, and down through the tongue. My tooth. Good relaxing. Relaxing. People should just take drugs to relax. I've been working around the clock, trying to get this podcast finished. But I'll be honest with you, it's kind of distracting, actually.
If you haven't got any ideas, why don't you just do some funny voices, love?
Well, I've got loads of ideas. I don't need to do funny voice bits.
Doesn't sound like you've got any ideas.
I've got loads of ideas. I've been working around the clock on the ideas, and actually the idea of working around the clock became an idea. I've got loads of ideas. I don't need any help for ideas or to copy anything at all.
Did you hear that? That sounded like a really, really small cow.
No, it wasn't small. It was quiet because it was far away. What? Everybody steals on the internet. Imagine there's no heaven, it's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries, it isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. Imagine that. I've sang the wrong lyrics again. The theme tune to Bullseye there, that when you see written down looks like Bullseye. Bullseye. It's a bullseye.
Loads of ideas, eh?
Shut up.
You are listening to
The Caelius Lake Show.
I tried to get more listeners to the podcast this week by trying something called group conformity. It's where, like, you start doing something and people just join in because they don't want to feel left out. So I went and listened to the podcast on my headphones in the park. Just here in the park now. Just gonna wait here, listen to the podcast on my headphones a minute. I'll just press play. Nice. Just wait for some people to join in. Oh, there's someone coming. There's someone coming. Hey, all right?
All right.
Do you want to know what I'm listening to?
You what?
Do you want to know what I'm listening to?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, it's okay. Cool. Any minute now, some people will join me because group conformity means that by the end of the day, I'm sure we'll have a little mini party going on here, listening to the show. Here at the Caelius Lake Show, home for unsigned and independent musicians, we strive to give artists a real home in the world. That's where you come in. By listening to the Caelius Lake Show, you'll be fostering 10 independent or unsigned artists for 1 hour. And I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of the artists featured in Season 1 of the Caelius Lake Show. And thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Cheers. It's a bit cold out here now, but pretty sure any minute now, someone will join in with my listening to the Caelius Lake Show. Ooh, it's really cold out here right now.
Girl, you'll be a woman soon.
What do you mean? Definition of... Oh, no, I'm not going there. Forget that. Cut this bit. No, officer, no. I wasn't looking in people's windows. I was just standing in the park and listening to a podcast on my headphones.
Yeah, well, you can see why people might be concerned. The way you're dressed.
The way I'm dressed?
Yes, the way you're dressed.
What's wrong with the way I'm dressed?
You're standing in the park and facing people's houses.
I'm allowed to stand in the park.
Looking gormless.
Gormless?
We got a message saying gormless, weirdly dressed man in the park, staring in people's windows.
I'm not gormless or weirdly dressed.
Well, what are you going to do now?
I'm going to go home and listen to the podcast at home.
Right, and no more lurking around in the park, okay?
Do you listen to the Caelius Lake Show?
No.
Sorry, officer.
The Caelius Lake Show. It's like the radio, but on the internet and made by one bloke.
Yes, the Caelius Lake Show. It's like the radio, but on the internet and made by one bloke, and that one bloke is me. I make this podcast all by myself. I don't get any help at all with the podcast. I mean, my girlfriend helps me out a great deal in life with things like most of the shopping, most of the cooking, most of the cleaning, most of the parenting, most of the finance, and most of everything else. But apart from that, I make this podcast all by myself, and I deserve way, way more credit than I'm getting for all that hard work. Yeah? You know, because you couldn't do this job for 8 hours a day, could you? Sitting on a microphone, just talking and making stuff up and singing and stuff. I mean, I'd love to, but you just couldn't because it's too tiring. Just ask James O'Brien, who's an absolute Chris Martin, and I hate him. And you know me, I don't really hate people, really.
Flame-grilled silliness. And 10 pieces of new music. It's the Caelius Lake Show. The Caelius Lake Show. The complete first season is now available on Spotify.
Sounds delicious. And speaking of delicious, you've listened all the way to the end of my show, which means you're delicious. That sounds wrong, but still, it means that you're my best friend, obviously, and if you've listened to more than one episode of my podcast, then you're my BBW. I mean BBF. I mean BFF. Bestest friend forever. You're my bestest friend ever. Please come back for the next series. You're all I've got. You're my only friend. Please, come back for the next series. Please. You know, I'll make it worth your while. Oh, I should have told you the story about how I met Tom Holland. That would have made a good story for this podcast. Or even the time that Ed Sheeran tricked people into going to see him live by saying it was actually a comedian that was playing that night. I was there. It was just a blatant lie. He tricked us. And I worked with Terry Jones from Monty Python once. Oh, I should have told these stories.
Thank you for being my bestest friend and listening to my podcast to the end. You know it means the world to me. Did I say, hey, thank you for being my bestest friend and listening to my podcast to the end. You know it means the world to me. Did I say, hey, thank you? I have abandoned the issues. Don't leave me. I have abandoned the issues. I have abandoned the issues. Don't leave me. I have abandoned the issues. Forever. I have abandoned the issues. Don't leave me. I have abandoned the issues. I have abandoned the issues. I have abandoned the issues. Best friend.
Caelius Lake will return in The Caelius Lake Show Season 2. Coming soon. Ish.
Caelius Lake Show. It's like the radio, but on the internet and made by one bloke.
Okay.